Surviving Modern Times with Male Sanitary Pads. William Hovey Smith, 2025.
Woe, despair, and agony on me. Deep, dark depression, excessive misery. If this sounds like you about now, and it well may, well, I have some hope for you. Right now, almost all of us are experiencing some of the following. Perhaps you bought a Tesla vehicle, or worse yet, a whole bunch of them, and now you can't even give them away. Maybe you have suffered from a recent storm, like hurricanes, or floods, or blizzards, and half of your house is gone, or your roof. Or maybe one of your relatives was a government employee and he has asked to come home and bring his family with him. Yeah. Or maybe you looked at your 401k lately and you found that in 3 days it's lost 30%. Or that load of supplies you had coming from China ain't left and ain't gonna come until the tariff situation is straightened out, and you may wind up paying 100% more than you expected. What? Any of these things may happen right now. And it is no wonder that people are being driven into depression and despair. But I have something for you. Regardless of what you believe in, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Jainist, or belong to one of the sects that worships the ancient gods, from the Middle East or elsewhere, there is one thing that all these religions recognize, and that is your future is in your hands. What you can do. You can take direction from the sages, but it is you who must act. If you wait for the world to act around you, it will, and the consequences will be mostly bad. So, what do you do? The key is to invest in yourself. Not wait for some largesse to come and descend and be bestowed upon you. But you work at it. And the tool that I am giving you is my new book. Make your own job anytime, anywhere, at any age. This book tells you how to create your own original job ideas, and then, step by step, how to start your own business in the United States, or, by example, anywhere else in the world, because every business needs a location, it needs partners, it needs officers, it needs to raise money, and all of these tools are universally applicable, even though the variations may change from place to place. And this book is now in the hands of the publisher, and it will be first available as an e-book. And then, about a month perhaps, a softcover title, which I think is actually more useful because you can actually look at it and mark it up. And I want you to write in that book. I want you to write down your ideas. I want you to write down your actions. Write down your contacts. Really mess it up. Now, perhaps all of this has brought on other problems. Yeah. Stress does that to the human body. And if you are stressed, and if you're an older guy, you might find yourself leaking like a sieve. Yeah. And you might be faced for the first time, like I am right now, with having to use something that you women have been using for a long time. Absorbent pads. Yuck. Don't look forward to it, but it's become a sometimes necessity for me, particularly when I go on trips. You gals are permitted to laugh at this, by the way. For years, I wore boxer shorts like these. And these don't work very well with the pads because they don't support them. Now you can get a full-fledged absorbent underwear outfit, but I don't need that and I'm not ready for that one yet. But we needed new underwear. So we got new underwear, these, which are briefs. And unlike any underwear I have ever worn before, these have no opening in the front for withdrawing a member. Ugh! So when you need to go, you have to undo your belt, drop your pants, pull this band down, dig it out, use it, and replace everything. Well, that's rather unusual for me, but I can see its utility when you have to hold a set of pads in there. Okay. So, we have the first opening here. And it says, Invisicor gives you extra absorbency in the center without adding bulkiness for a discreet fit. Holds up to 2 cups of liquid. Well, I don't do that much. Protection keeps you fresh and dry for 12 hours. All right, well, that's useful. It says it's swift and soft. Fully breathable back sheet allows air circulation for healthy skin. Individually wrapped, thin and discreet, so nobody knows you're wearing it. Quiet materials for confidence. They don't creak and crack as you walk. Advanced softness for comfort. Designed to contour your body for a perfect hip fit. Adhesive tapes make using easy. Oh, it does, huh? 30 pads. Well, okay. What? Looks sort of small there. Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is the adhesive pad business, I guess. Cupped this way, so obviously the adhesive pad goes in the garment, not on you, outside. Put it in before you put it on, and put it on and then put it in. Doesn't say. Or maybe it does. Open pad package, pull off tape to expose adhesive. Place in your regular underwear. After use, pull out pad and dispose of in a sanitary manner. Do not flush. Important. Particularly for a septic tank user. May burn if exposed to flames. Yeah, I would suspect it would. Keep the plastic bag away from children. Bladder, bowel control problems may be medically treated. Store in cool, dry place. Dispose after use. Well, I certainly don't plan to keep these things around. We have our pad. Remove adhesive as directed. There's no front and back, apparently. So this goes in the front. This goes here. Small, medium, and large, they say. And not all that firmly held. But yeah, it's in there. And the piece of mechanics, I can't say I'm terribly impressed right now. Well, how did they do? A little tricky. This fabric is very flexible on these, and it tends to catch up on your toes, on your toenails, and also on your socks. So it's a little irregular to get them all. And the pads, you need to start them actually right about here, about 2 inches below the belt line, and that way they go further under the body and center, well, where your parts are. Now, even as a younger guy, I never had very much down there, and this is about the same, actually. So, yeah, it does reasonably well. It feels all right. No hard parts or anything in there. Oh, yeah? So we're going to wear these today, and we're going to see how they do. I have to take one of my mechanical creatures on about a 100-mile round trip to be repaired, one of my lawnmowers. And so, yeah, we're going to see how they do. Well, how did they look with clothes on? At 84, I'm losing body mass and muscle mass. My waist size has gone down in recent years from a maximum of about 37 to now a 34 is loose on me. And these are 34 trousers I'm wearing right now. So, they are baggy to start with, and frankly, no, I can't see any difference. I don't think anyone else could either. So far as feel, there's a little extra warmth down there because of the added insulation, I suppose. But they're not hot. So, yeah, thus far, these things work. We got our late brother-in-law's lawnmower board. Take it in for repair. Yeah, it needs brakes, among other things. And I found one vendor who really fixes stuff instead of just slapping things on it. So he's the one I'm taking it to. So I'm going to pick up one and leave another. For a guy who's used to just unzipping his fly and going, dropping his one trousers, that's a little bit awkward, particularly if you carry a lot of stuff in your pockets. But yeah, that's what you need to do here. I will not demonstrate. Now, I have successfully watered the lawn here. So if you want to keep your trousers on, yeah, keep the real heavy stuff out of your pockets. We have returned from our journey. And this has been about 4 hours. And how did these pads do? Well, the member has to be exactly in the center of the pad to be effective. As you see, we have 3 spots, 1, 2, 3, right here, which are off to the side of the pad. So
Yeah, user error, I think we can track that one up too. But comfortable? Yeah, they worked. And not altogether wet. It was inconvenient when I stopped by Flying J and had to take a leak, and standing by the urinal and keeping my pants down and up at the same time. But we sort of got that one done. So, yeah, sort of working, but not altogether successful. Now that we have our mower back from the shop, we're going to mow some grass and see what happens with a little jostling and pressure.
How do these Escape Plus pads work? Frankly, they remind me of a product that was likely designed by women for men. In short, not terribly well. My trousers are stained. As you see, they have been wetted. Now this will dry and it will wash out and no harm done. But unsightly, to say the least. And there it is itself, after being worn since 6 o'clock this morning, and it's now a little after 8 o'clock in the evening. Obviously more work on this is needed. And they have done that. They do have another product. Well, this is their other product. And it is booster pads with pants. And they give you 3 samples. So you can try them out and see how they work. We're going to put these on tonight after I shower and give these a try. The new 360 pads on the right are wider and longer, as you can easily see. And they fit in the underwear in exactly the same way. They have adhesive strips down the middle. So those have the promise of being much more effective than the pads on the left. These larger pads were worn with underwear and PJs at night, and they proved to be ineffective, as a member escaped confinement and resumed its more usual position on the side of the leg. I called to return the pads, and Essentials 360 exchanged them for disposable underwear for a charge of $15 without my returning their products. And that was excellent. It saved me a trip to the post office and all of that. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.